Hey everyone, as you're jumping in, I want you to find your chat. I want you to say hey in the chat. We have 4 minutes until we start. And I want to make sure that you all have a pen and notebook or you're typing it somewhere because I got some fun stuff to cover today. So can you guys all find your chat? So let me know where you're coming in from. Let me know a takeaway from the weekend, from the Saturday. I love it. We got some Canadians, we got some Americans. And can you guys all reach out to anyone else on your team that should be here right now and tell them we're go time in 3 minutes, okay? And I should sing or something, but I think it's better that we put our takeaways because I'm not a good singer. So you don't want that. Plan, do, review. Yes, that was an awesome one. I love it. Okay, guys, 3 more minutes. So yeah, as you're jumping on, I asked everyone to hit me up where you're from. Let me know your takeaway from Saturday. What was maybe your biggest action step? What was one of your takeaways? And say, hey. And I think everyone's muted, so that's good. Everyone comes in on mute, so I don't have to deal with any of that stressful stuff. Plan, do, review. I love it. I love it. Ooh, a lot of plan, do, review. Yeah. Staying comfortable will not yield success. Isn't that like everything in life, right? When we're comfortable, you don't grow. You just, or I love that. Oh, Australia. Wow. Oh, I love the Gold. I've been there twice to the Gold Coast. I'm a Canadian girl, but I've been there twice and I love it. Success loves speed. Heck yeah, it does. Oh, Shannon from Mackenzie, my hometown. Love it. I love it. Okay, guys, 2 more minutes till we go. So as you're jumping on, say hey in the chat. Let me know where you're coming in from. Let me know your biggest takeaway. Fall in love with the process. I love that. Biggest takeaway from Saturday. Is your dream big enough? Oh, I like that one too. I can't explain Clubhouse right now. But honestly, you guys, I would pick up, like, there's a lot of social media platforms and it is hard to be really excellent at all of them. So in my own business, I pick what I love and what I'm strong at, where I also feel I get the best return on my results. And so, you know what? Don't stress yourself out sometimes with trying to do it all, because it's better to pick 2 things and be really good at them than be kind of mediocre at 5 platforms, right? So, you know, you could pick that too. Strong energy and excitement. I love that. I love it. Okay, 1 more minute until we go, you guys. I started early, and so whoever's listening to the playback, you have 5 minutes of us just talking. So I guess I shouldn't have done that, but you know, actually, wait, I'm going to stop. Can I do this? I'm scared to do it in case I stop, and I'm going to leave it in case I mess something up. Okay, guys, reach out to whoever needs to be on here. Let them know, and we are going to get rolling. So I'm just going to pull up my notes. I am a notes girl because otherwise I lose track on what I want to talk about. So, okay, guys, let's roll. It is time to go. So welcome everyone to our very first. This is the very first. So congratulations for being on first. We'll call it the inaugural session of the mentoring series, you guys. So every single Monday from here till the end of November, you are going to have the opportunity to come on and be mentored by one of the amazing elites in the Zolecki world. So I'm just saying there's a lot of talent, you guys, a lot of talent. So I'm super excited about that. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Jennifer Piper Kennedy. You can always call me JPK. I live in Kamloops, BC, Canada. And I'm a mom. And you guys mind if I quickly share my story? I got some head bobs. So I'm a mom, you guys. First and foremost, I have 3 teenage boys. And my background is not in network marketing. I actually used to poo-poo it, you guys. Anyone else? Hands up, you kind of looked down on it before you started doing it, right? We've all been there. So I owned 3 traditional brick and mortar businesses. I owned a grocery store, a Sears appliance store before they all closed down, and a clothing store. And I loved being an entrepreneur. And then I had 3 babies within the password is on that graphic, Lisa. I can't pull it up right now. Maybe someone else can give it. The password is on that graphic that Sarah had. Oh, there you go. Thank you. Thank you. I'm like, sometimes I can't read the chat. Scroll. So I had 3 little boys and had to put them into daycare. And I realized that that wasn't the mom I wanted to be. I didn't want to be the mom who had to put her kids in daycare. And my breaking point was one morning, if you're on the Zoom on Saturday, where I yelled at them to get their shoes on. And then I went to my store and phoned my good friend Christine, who was in one of those things that I looked down on. And she was having coffee on her deck at 10 a.m. with her husband. And that was my moment where I was like, okay, there's a different way. There's a different way to be an entrepreneur and be in control of my time. There's a different way to still be able to help people and impact people, but do it kind of on my terms. So I jumped in then. That was 2007. And I gave myself 6 months to become a pro, right? Where I could replace my income. And I did that within 6 months, and I have not looked back, you guys. And I don't know if I have muters. If everyone could just mute, let me see if I can do it on here. I have a couple, I don't know how we unmuted, but if we can, that would be awesome. So I've been doing this full time for 13 and a half years. And what I'll tell you is there is a lot of ups and downs and everything in between, right? And it's a roller coaster. And the biggest tip that I could tell you is just don't give up, you guys. And what we have, because I'm speaking to all Modere people, so I can freely say this. What we have going on right now in our company is like nothing I've seen in 14 years. It's nothing like Sarah and Tony have seen. And we all know what we have. And sometimes when you're brand new, if you're brand new, put that you're brand new in the chat. Sometimes it's just like, this is our normal. And you're like, this crazy chaos and momentum, this is normal. And I want you guys to know, this wasn't normal 3 years ago. I've been with Modere. So I jumped in 13 years ago. My company actually closed overnight on a phone call. And at that point, I was a single mom. I had went through a really yucky divorce, single mom, all my income, all me, no support. My company closed and I had to pivot and find a new company quickly. And I chose Modere, and I chose it for all the reasons that you all are here. But what I want you to know is what we have going on right now is this beautiful gift. And I want you all to know the gift that you have and to lean into that, like lean into this gift, because what you do, we said this is running from today until the end of November. What you do in your business for the next 8 months and 2 weeks can change your entire family's life. It can change your grandchildren, their children, right? So you guys, congratulations for being here. Congratulations for committing, because that's the first thing. You've committed to this. You've invested money, right, into your GoPro ticket, and you're going to be investing time, right? So that's the biggest thing. So the first thing that I want to talk about is that commitment factor. So this Zoom is happening every single week, every single Monday until the end of November. So I want you to clear your schedules. And I know, yeah, it's dinner time. It's, guys, it's my dinner time too. It's at 4 o'clock my time, and I'm trying to like keep everyone in my household away. I know that there's no perfect time zone. There's no perfect time. But I also know that if I put time aside and I commit to it, I'm going to have better results. So the first thing I'm going to say is, number one, commit. Decide that you're going to give 100% to what we're doing here on this next, in these next however many weeks that is. You've already spent the money. Now you want to invest your time. So I want you to go all in. I want you to commit to it. I want you to watch this live unless something is blowing up in your house and you can't, right? I want you to be on here live. Lock the kids out. Maybe Monday night is the crock pot or you order in. I don't even know, but commit to this. And know that this isn't for everyone. Like, there were how many people on that Zoom who didn't take this step? So congratulations for taking this step and investing in you and investing in your business. And you know that investing in you is the best thing you can do for your business. So we're all going to, number one, commit. Then number two, I want you to think about this. Someone put one of their favorite takeaways was success loves speed. Okay, that's like, I'm, the color personalities, I'm a red, 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 red. And then I got yellow because I love people and I'm pretty social. It's a teeny bit of green. But we know that success loves speed, but you want to decide how fast you want to do this, you guys, right? How fast do you want to go? Do you want to go slow and steady? Or do you want to light it up and take advantage of the momentum and take advantage of what's going on? So, the way I kind of look at it is we all come from different starting points in our lives. Like some of us maybe have done network marketing before. Some of us, like, again, I hadn't done network marketing, but I knew business. So I had that skill set and I was super social. So I had a lot of friends. So it depends on kind of how your life has been leading up to this, but we're all going to have different starting points. But essentially you could take, let's say I want to add 10 people to my team. I want to add 10 people to my team. That's my goal. I could do that in a year, or I could do it in 90 days. What's going to get me further ahead? I think we all know that, right? So you can decide how you want to do this. And again, I would commit and go all in, okay? We know that by moving faster, success loves speed. We know that what's going on right now in our company, the more people that we're bringing in and then turning around and mentoring and training, and the way I look at it is franchising myself out, right? If I bring on a team member and I train them and coach them, I franchise myself over and over and over. So the more that you do that in your business, again, it's going to get you further ahead. So the second thing is decide your speed, right? And then be realistic about it. If you're like, okay, I really want to go fast, but you know what? I'm only going to do this 20 minutes a day. You're probably not going to go as fast as someone who's doing more. So then look at the time you're putting into your business, you guys, and maybe you amp it up over the next 90 days, right? Maybe you amp it up over the next 8 months. Again, you decide. You are the CEO of your business, but you can do this in a year. You could do it in 90 days. You could do it in 6 months. We're going to be here to coach you to go faster. Okay. So number 3. Oh, and what if you just doubled your time? Again, we all have different time availability. I have 3 kids. I'm a single mom. It is nuts in my house, like truly all the time. It is just pure craziness. But what if you could just double the time that you're putting in? So if you're putting an hour into your business every day, what would it look like if you put 2 in every day until November 29th, right? Until the last mentoring session. So the third thing I want you guys to do is set some goals for this. If you just kind of are coming into it and just, okay, I'm going to get on this, and you don't have any clear goals in your head, you have nothing that you know you're working towards. So the first goal is we're halfway through the month of March. It's March 15th, which is crazy. I can't even believe it. So what is your March goal? So I want you to write that down. And part of your homework is actually sending these goals. Maybe it's your upline, director, elite, whoever you connect with, but you can't keep it inside, okay? So the first goal is, what do you want for March, right? So maybe your goal is promoter level, builder level. Maybe your goal is how many new people you want on your team, how many new customers. Maybe it's having month 1 knocked out for that trip. Hello, if you don't know what trip I'm talking about, you're going to want to reach out. Right? So what is your March goal? And then the second goal I want you to write down is 90 days from then. I love doing 90-day runs, you guys. Our team in 2020 basically quadrupled. We hit Elite Black in September, and it was like, was 4 times what we were doing in volume. And it was based on 90-day runs. And actually my team laughs whenever I talk about a 90-day run. They're like, hey, when have we not been in one? Because we just do it over and over and over and over. And sometimes I can't remember what month we're in, and I'll start a new one. And they're like, yeah, we were only in month 2. But 90-day runs will change your business. And what I can tell you, yeah, they're all laughing at me, details. What I can tell you is that you can do anything for 90 days, right? You can do anything. So what if your first goal was your 90-day run? March, you need to have a March goal, but then after that, so April, May, June, what do I want my business to look like at the end of June? Okay. And I want you to stretch on that. If you know, like, okay, if you set goals, so I'm a red, I used to only set a goal if I know I would achieve it, because that's what red's like. We're like, if I didn't achieve it, and for example, last year, I need to just shut my office door because my house is going to go crazy here in a second. And my little dog just opened my door. Okay. So last year, Anna Woodward, I think in March, reached out to me and she goes, okay, how's Elite Black looking for you? And I said these words, you guys. Ooh, we're not an Elite Black team. No, that's not us. And she's like, Jennifer. She kind of spanked me a little bit and told me to stretch. And so we had a really great month. Then in April, guess what? I was like, I wasn't saying we aren't an Elite Black team anymore. I was like, maybe we could do this, right? Maybe we could do this. And I set a way bigger goal for April than I ever would have. And then in May, I was like, oh my gosh, I think we can do this. I totally think we can do this. And I set a bigger goal. And the end of June was my 90-day. That was the end of the first 90-day run. And the end of that is when I saw it, you guys. I saw it so clearly and I knew we could do it. I knew we could do it. And that is the power of 90 days in your business right there. I went from there's no way we are not that team to I know we can do this. And so what is that going to look like in your business? And please believe in the power of a 90-day run because there is nothing like it. You can work hard. You can go all in. You can do everything for 90 days. So I want you guys to set that 90-day goal after your March goal. And then I want you to set a really big goal for November because that's when we finish this mentoring series and basically plug into GoPro. And for those of you, have you guys all been here in November? Who's been here in November? Tell them what it's like. We call it no sleep November, people. So I want you to set a really big stretch goal for November. Okay. So that's 3 goals. That's your homework. You're going to have your March because we got to kill this month, you guys. We are going to crush March. Just saying, there's a little birdie announcement coming on Wednesday. You do not want to miss Craig's announcement on Wednesday because it is going to light your month up, you guys. Light it up. Like, I wish I could tell you more, but I can't. But you all want to be on his announcement and you want to get plug in, like dial it in, have your calendar ready. Okay. So you're going to set your March goal. You're going to set your 90-day goal. That's going to take you to the end of June and then your end of November goal. And I want you cannot keep this to yourself. Okay. You need to tell someone. You need to tell your upline, your sponsor, your elite, whoever it is. Okay. So the next point. So we've talked about committing. We've talked about, do you want to go fast or do you want to go slow? And we talked about goal setting. So the fourth thing is the law of sacrifice. Man, don't you just wish that you could achieve big goals without having to sacrifice anything? Like, don't you just wish that it could just happen? It would just like, and you guys know that, I mean, that's not real. So probably to achieve your bigger goals, you might have to sacrifice something. So sometimes when I say that, people kind of freak out a little bit, right? Because they're like, oh my God, I'm not asking you to sacrifice your family. But you know what? Maybe you have to sacrifice, what's a show? What's a big show? The Bachelor? Is that still on? I don't even know. Maybe you sacrifice The Bachelor. Maybe you sacrifice some Netflix. Maybe you sacrifice some sleep. You get up a little earlier, maybe go to bed a little later to fit it in. When my kids were little, you guys, I know I would get up at 4:30 a.m. just to work without them going all crazy. Maybe the sacrifice is a little fear. You might have to sacrifice how you feel and get uncomfortable. So what are you willing to sacrifice? Is it time? Is it fear? Is it comfort zone? Is it The Bachelor? Can you hit me up in the chat? Tell me. I rarely leave home, but I bet you I could find something that you could sacrifice. I'm telling you guys, we all have. So maybe it's your comfort zone. Maybe it's your comfort zone. Your kids are grown, I got to figure out how to mute. Maybe it's your comfort zone and having conversations. Anyone feel that? Maybe it's the fear of failure. Yes. I love it, you guys. Okay, keep putting it in here. What are you willing to sacrifice? Okay. and have it clear. Again, if it's not in your head, you guys, this whole process isn't going to work. And I love why I say comfort zone is because it is easy to say, yeah, you know what, I can give up The Bachelor, I can give up some Netflix. That stuff's easy, you guys. Like, really, that stuff's easy. But comfort zone isn't so easy, right? It's not. You have to be brave. You have to be willing to have conversations. It's sometimes scary. So are you willing to sacrifice that to move further ahead in your business? Okay. I love it. Being in your own way. Oh, you guys, I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. So that's number 4. Number 5, what I want you to do is I want you to grab a running partner. You guys, grab a running partner. Maybe it's a running group. Who else has done any sort of fitness group program where if you don't show up, they're like, dude, where were you? Right? And so that helps you stay accountable, does it not? It's the same thing with this, you guys. Grab a running partner. So what does a running partner look like? Someone that is gonna, you guys are gonna hold each other accountable. And again, remember, it's not good to be the only one holding everyone accountable. Like, it has to be even, right? You have to do your part, they have to do their part. But grab someone, or maybe it's a running group, but grab someone out of this group of people. You guys, it can be different teams. Like, don't, overthink this too much, but get someone that is going to help you stay accountable. Because you know who the easiest person to give up on is? Ourselves. Exactly. If I don't have, I joined a new gym in June. Do you know why I did it, you guys? Is they have a set thing. I have to like put my name on the stupid form to be able to get to the gym, because we only are allowed 4 people in classes here where I live. I have to commit. And then guess what? If I take my name off that form, the next day they're like, hey, where were you? And I'm like, oh, I was sleeping, right? So I rarely miss it. Why? Because I'm freaking accountable. I'm so accountable. And I'm in way better shape than I've been in years because of that accountability. So get a running partner, get a running group. So you all have your goals. So the first thing you do is share your goals with each other, right? And make sure you always share it with your sponsor. Yeah, your gym charges you. Okay, how good is that? What if every time you didn't stay accountable to your goals in your business, you had to pay money somewhere? What if you had to like put money in a pot? It's everything, you guys. Staying accountable is everything. Okay, so staying accountable. So let me just read it. And remember, everyone has a different starting point in this business, you guys. So do not beat yourself up. Do not beat yourself up. If your running partner is already, has all these people on Instagram and Facebook and they're further ahead, they had that influence before. We all have different starting points, which is going to determine the level of how fast you go. But the thing that I love is it doesn't matter where you start, you all can end at the same spot, right? We all can get there. It might take some of us a little bit longer. It might take some of us a little bit less, but we all can get there. Okay. So grab yourself a running partner, get yourself some support people that are going to help you, that are going to push you. You're going to push them, be real with each other. That's number 5. Number 6, I want you to clear the distractions. What do I mean by distractions? Number 1 right here is this sucker. It is the most beautiful thing, and it's also the most distracting thing. So actually do a little bit of a time audit, you guys. So when you're working, like one day I actually just timed myself doing all the things I do. And so what was happening is I was getting on Facebook to work, right? To work. And an hour went by. Boom, I had not done one thing that was driving my business forward, not one thing. I'd scrolled, I'd watched cute videos, I got sucked into TikTok, I watched all sorts of things. So know that that is a distraction, right? That is a distraction. So clear yourself of the what are other distractions? Again, Netflix, whatever. So if you're going to watch a Netflix show, be all in, watch it, and then work your business. So clear the distractions, clear your mind, be ready. Number 7 is you're going to take inventory of the tools. So what do I mean by that? We have a lot of tools in our business. I got to say, I've never seen anything like what we have here. My old company, we did all of our own training. We had nothing from corporate. We didn't have an app. We didn't even have a freaking shopping website, you guys. Like, there was no shopping website in my old company. So we did it all. Then we come to Modere and we're like blown away by the tools. And again, if you're new, that's your normal. But I want you to take inventory of your tools, and do you know what they all are and how you use them? So let me give you some examples. The Life app. Do you know what that is used for and how to use it in your business? Tools, opportunity Zooms. So again, we have lots of different teams on here. So the Zoleckies have every single Tuesday night, the opportunity Zoom that we all can plug into. And then we all, as elite teams, have other opportunity Zooms, right? So you need to know what tools are available on your team. Every single Monday night, you're going to have this, and then the elites on the rise. Every single Monday night without fail. That's a tool, right? And then again, look to see what your team is offering as well. So take inventory of your tools. What groups do we ATM into? What are my opportunity Zoom options? If it's not a opportunity Zoom, what does my upline do if I have a prospect? Is it ATM? Is it through a message? Or they get on a Zoom? But take inventory of your tools so that you know when I talk to people and I'm ready for that next step, what is that next step? Okay. And so that you have it all dialed in. And if it's maybe getting your calendar in order, you get your calendar in order so you know exactly when all of these things are in your time zone. And do not ask in a chat what the time zone is. Google it. I always, my team always laughs. I used to just say, Google that. I'll say ish for lack of it, but just Google, you guys. Know your time zone. Don't trust someone in the Pacific time zone to tell you what time your thing is in Eastern, because don't trust it. And don't trust the chat, because usually you get a lot of wrong information. So set everything, know your tools, and then set some alarms. I got my flashlight on, set some alarms. Maybe it's paper calendar. Again, whatever is your love language, know your tools and get everything so lined up so that you know exactly when everything is. Okay. I love that you guys are all asking about running partners. That makes my heart happy. Okay. Number 8. This is probably, you're going to use this over and over and over and over and over. Get comfortable sharing your story. Get comfortable sharing your story. We all, I mean, a lot of us have been working on this. Know your story, have it ready, practice it with your running partner, practice it. My friend Paulette did the opportunity Zoom on Friday night. She did it in her phone, recorded herself, and over and over and over till she had it dialed in. But get really comfortable sharing your story, because when you start having conversations with people, if you can share your story, just like I did at the beginning of this, what happens is you lower the resistance, right? They're open to hearing about it. Get comfortable sharing your story and other stories. And that's what I love our ATM groups for, right? It's all stories and stories and stories. So get comfortable with that, because over the next 8 months, you're going to be sharing your story every single time you talk to people. Every single time you talk to people, you're going to be sharing your story. And I want you just to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. This is, like, in my mind, this is a stretch group, you guys. This is a stretch group. Your story should be about 2 minutes, as per Eric. This is a stretch group. This is not just a, again, you guys invested in this. So this isn't an everything. There are hundreds of our team that didn't invest in it. You did. So this is going to be a stretch group. This is going to be a group where you're going to be learning how to build your team, and you're going to hear it over and over again. Next week, Anna is going to share on 10 and 3 and building core rank over and over and over again. So this is a stretch group. This isn't, a group where we're going to have sort of like baby goals. We want you to stretch. We want you to grow. We want to support that and really get you going and fired up. Okay. So I want you to get comfortable sharing your story and getting comfortable just being a little bit uncomfortable, because you probably will be over the course of the next 8 months, especially if you set yourself some big goals. If you set yourself big goals, you got to get a little uncomfortable, because it just doesn't happen. So I'm going to just finish with 3 things that you need to have to succeed. Okay, you guys? Number 1, you have to be hungry. You have to freaking want this. And you have to want it. Like, not just like, it'd be kind of cool if I hit senior team leader this month. I'd take it. No, like, it has to be, I'm doing this. I am hungry and I'm willing to do whatever it takes, right? I set a goal. I'm going to hold myself accountable. I'm going to have an action plan for every single goal that I set. But I want you to get hungry, okay? Because you know what? You're going to find people like that too. And I'll just tell you guys, the minute you decide to light it up, it is like a burning flame for everyone around you. People are attracted to the fire, are they not? You know, when you're camping, or like back in my teenager years so I grew up in a little town and there's bush parties is what we would call them, but there'd be an outdoor fire. Guess what? Where is everyone standing around the fire, right? It attracts everyone. So, you know, when you light up, when you get on fire, that attracts everyone else, you guys. It's that energy, it's that magnetism. People are attracted to you. So be hungry, and be hungry enough to like admit it, be ready, be willing, basically have that I'm willing to do what it takes. I'm willing to be uncomfortable. I'm willing to sacrifice whatever I'm sacrificing, which is usually that comfort zone, right? So I want you to be hungry. Was that just a Canadian thing, or did Americans stand outside in a fire when you were a teenager? Because I mean, Canadians, we did it a lot. So, okay. Be hungry. A bonfire. Oh, they call it a bonfire. Oh, you guys are going to learn all the like Canadian, US little things that we say. I call you guys, okay, this is my first Canadian thing I'm going to give you. All of you here tonight, you're keeners. Keener. A keener is like the person that's like the front of the class. I'm all in. I'm on here because I'm a keener. So you guys all, that's your first little Canadian, you're keeners. Okay. So second thing, so hungry. You want it so bad. Number 2, you have to be willing. There's a big difference between hungry and willing. What does willing mean? Willing means you're willing to do the things that maybe you don't want to do. Because you can be hungry but not willing, right? Such a different thing. So be willing to be open. Be willing to share your goals. Be willing to try things outside your comfort zone. Be willing to plug in, to do the assignments that we're giving you, you guys. Okay, so willing. And then the third thing is coachable. Now, coachable means that even if you're like, I know how to do that. I know how. Be coachable, you guys. I will tell you, oh, thank you. I will tell you that I 100% believe that my success in this industry is I'm so freaking coachable. You can tell me anything, especially if I see someone doing it, I am coachable. I will take anything that is working and implement it as fast as I can. Why? Because someone else that's doing it is having success. You know what's going to work for you. So I am always coachable. I am always learning. I am always open. I'm always listening to feedback, you guys. But if you are coachable, and there's a difference between coachable and just hearing it and coachable doing it, right? Like, yeah, I'm coachable. I heard you. I'm still not going to go ATM my face off, but I heard you, right? So you might be coachable, but not willing and hungry. So be coachable. Listen to your coaches. And again, you guys, we have the most amazing freaking leaders in the company right here. And if you haven't yet like figured that out, you guys, I'm just telling you, we are so blessed to what we have going on. You could just plug into what is going on in your team group, in the Zolecki group, and you would be on fire. But if you are willing, coachable, and hungry, you guys, your business can double this year. Your business can triple this year. My business quadrupled in 2020. And again, when Anna reached out to me to push me on that Elite Black, I was very like, no. And I needed someone. I needed her to actually push me. I needed her to kind of give me a bit of a spank in her nice way to say, you need to think bigger. And that is sometimes what your best coaches will do to you and for you, right? Is they'll push you. Because you know what, you guys, sometimes we can see it before you can see it. Anna saw it in me before I saw it. I see it in my team before they see it. We believe in you and we believe in what you can do sometimes before you have that belief. So borrow our belief, lean into this. But over the next, I don't even know what's 8 times 34 weeks. Ooh, that was public math so fast. Over the next 34 weeks, you guys, you're going to have elite leaders on here training you and giving you tips and giving you assignments. Okay. So we're going to finish with, we talked about number 1 is committing. We talked about setting your goals, and your assignment is to send that goal to your, again, your director, elite, running partner, whoever you connect with. I would prefer someone above you for sure, so they can hold you accountable. And remember, if you don't like sending your goals to like your sponsor and stuff, sometimes that's because you don't want to be accountable, right? You're like maybe a little scared of that. So it's good to do that. So you're going to do your goals. And then what I also would do is I would work on my list, because next week Anna is going to be talking about core rank. So I want you all, your next assignment besides goals is to do your list again. A lot of you have the Eric Worre list builder. If you don't, reach out to someone and they'll be able to give it to you. Or I know there's a good one in the legacy group, like we have one in our team. But I want you to go through, and even though you're like, I did my list 3 months ago, do it again. Just do it again, you guys. You need to always be redoing that over and over again. Cindy Yalen spoke on that on Saturday and she crushed it. But I want you to have your list. So 2 pieces, 2 assignments this week. And then next week, you're going to come on and you're going to hear Anna share all about core rank. And guess what? That's about building. That's about, selling and building. So that list, you're going to need that, right? You're going to need that, and you're going to need your goal. So does anyone want to put their goals for March in here? Do we have any big goals coming? We got a big month. We are going to have a huge finish to the month, you guys. Make sure you were all on that thing on Wednesday with Craig. Someone put the time in here. Make sure you are all on it, because I'm just telling you, it is going to explode us for the end of the month. Like think of like almost November-ish. And so if I were you, I'd be on it. I'd have my goals ready. I'd have my list ready, because I'm telling you to do your list for a reason. Maybe some inside information that I know about Wednesday. Have your list ready. Okay. Have your list ready, and reach out to your upline, share that. And our 30 minutes is up, you guys. I love seeing these goals. I love and appreciate you all. Thank you for, I tell you all, there's nothing better when you're speaking than the chat. So thank you for always lighting up the chat, and do it every single week, because it just gives the speakers, you get that feedback, and it's so good to see it, you guys. So I love you. I appreciate you all. I'm excited to see some goals, and I'm excited to like work as a group over the next 8 months together, you guys. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Love you.
Love you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, you guys.
That was a lot of people.